Hey beautiful peoples, welcome back to my YouTube channel Binge Chronicle. So without wasting any time, let's begin. Today we're talking about the Nun franchise. The Nun currently has two movies in the Conjuring Universe. First is the Nun 2018. This movie explores the origin of Valak, the demon nun, and follows Sister Irene and Father Burke as they investigate strange occurrences at a cursed abbey in Romania in 1952. And second movie is the Nun II, 2023. The sequel takes place 4 years later in 1956 and follows Sister Irene once again as she faces Valak's return, now haunting a boarding school in France and continuing its evil mission. This is the origin story of Valak, the sinister entity that first terrified us in The Conjuring 2. But how did this demon come to this world? And does the movie deliver the bone-chilling terror? Stick around, because tonight we're entering the darkest chapter of the Conjuring universe. The Nun takes us back to 1952, to a remote monastery in Romania where darkness literally lurks behind every corner. The movie opens with a chilling scene. Two nuns are seen walking through the abbey's shadowy corridors, searching for something or someone. One of them is attacked by an unseen force, and the other takes her own life, leaving behind a haunting mystery.
You said we're making the right decision. And forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
Take it! This evil needs a vessel to escape. It will come after you next. Don't let it have you. You know what you must do.
I can't.
Then not even God can save.
Forgive me, Father, for the sin I'm about to commit.
Sister Victoria reaches the edge of the abbey's tower, realizing there is no escape from the demon Valak. Instead of letting herself be possessed, she makes a desperate choice. She ties a rope around her neck and jumps off the tower, dying instantly. Her lifeless body dangles in front of the abbey, her face frozen in terror. As her body swings lifelessly, a shadowy figure of the demon Valak emerges from the darkness, watching her with cold, evil eyes. After Sister Victoria's tragic suicide, her lifeless body is discovered by Frenchy, a local villager who delivers supplies to the abbey. When he arrives, the abbey seems very quiet and no one is coming out to greet him. As he walks toward the abbey entrance, he notices something disturbing. The sight is horrific. Sister Victoria's dead body is hanging from the tower as her lifeless form swings in the wind, blood dripping onto the stone.
Oh God.
Then Father Burke and Sister Irene, a young girl who has a spiritual gift which she doesn't fully understand, sent by the Vatican to uncover the truth behind the suicide and the sinister happenings at the abbey. But what they find is far worse than they imagine. The abbey isn't just haunted, it's a gateway for Valak, the demon nun, who's determined to escape into the world of the living. The deeper they dig into the abbey's secrets, the more they realize that their faith and their lives are on the line. As they examine the ground, they notice something horrifying. The blood on the ground is still fresh and warm, as if the body had just fallen recently. This is impossible, since she died days ago, proving that some dark force is keeping her death from fading away. Father Burke and Sister Irene exchange worried glances, realizing that supernatural forces are at work. This unsettling detail hints that Valak's evil power is still active, affecting time and reality itself within the abbey. One of the most terrifying moments in The Nun happens when Frenchie encounters Valak in the graveyard at night. This scene is filled with intense suspense, silence, and a shocking demonic attack that leaves the audience on edge. It's late at night, and Frenchie is walking through the fog-covered cemetery near St. Carta Abbey. As he walks past the old tombstones, he notices a figure standing in the distance. It's a nun, standing completely still in the darkness. Thinking it might be one of the abbey's sisters, Frenchie calls out, but there is no response. Suddenly, the nun's face remains hidden in shadows, and she appears to glide closer without moving her feet. The movie's setting is a character in itself. The crumbling abbey, lit only by flickering candles and shrouded in mist, is the perfect backdrop for a story about unspeakable evil. The visuals are stunning and absolutely haunting. The Nun leans heavily into Gothic horror tropes like haunted monasteries, graveyards, and demonic symbols. If you're a fan of atmospheric and old-school horror, then don't miss to watch the movie. But as much as I enjoyed the Gothic vibe of The Nun, there are a few areas where it falls short. While some of the jump scares are effective, the movie leans on them a bit too much. Seasoned horror fans might find this approach predictable. The story feels like it could have been fleshed out more. While Valak is menacing, we don't get as much of her as we might have hoped. For a movie titled The Nun, you might expect her to dominate the screen more than she actually does. There's one scene that stands out for me, the graveyard scene with Father Burke. Buried alive, surrounded by shadows, and hearing whispers of past sins, it's a masterclass in creating claustrophobic terror. This moment doesn't just scare you. It gets under your skin and stays with you. For me, it's a beautifully atmospheric horror film that adds an interesting chapter to the Conjuring universe. While it doesn't quite reach the heights of the Conjuring or Annabelle creation, it's still a solid entry that offers plenty of scares and a deeper look at Valak's origins. I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5. If you're a fan of Gothic horror and love the lore of the Conjuring universe, it's definitely worth a watch. Just don't expect it to keep you up at night. In the end, The Nun is a chilling exploration of faith, fear, and the battle between light and darkness. It's a movie that's less about the story and more about the experience. A Gothic nightmare that pulls you into its shadowy world and doesn't let go until the final frame. But what do you think? Did The Nun live up to your expectations? Or were you hoping for more from Valak's origin story? Let me know in the comments below. The next is The Nun II. What happens when one of the darkest, most terrifying forces in the Conjuring universe rises again? This is The Nun II, a chilling story of faith, fear, and the fight against unspeakable evil. It's 1956, 4 years after the events of The Nun. The story begins in a small French village where a priest is mysteriously killed in a brutal and supernatural manner.
Father,
Yes?
there's someone here.
Where?
young girl, possibly a worker or assistant, is arranging medicines on the shelves. As she continues working, she suddenly hears a strange sound coming from the dark storage room. She starts following the voice and tries to find out that where is it coming from. The whispers get louder. She calls out, "Is someone there?" But there's no answer. Nervously, she walks toward the sound, peeking into the dark aisles of the pharmacy. Suddenly, she sees Frenchie in the dark room, who is standing in front of the mirror. His expression is cold, lifeless, and his eyes seem darker than usual. As she steps closer, she notices that Frenchie's body is twitching slightly, as if he's struggling with something inside him. She screams and runs toward the exit, trying to unlock the door. But an invisible force slams it shut, trapping her inside. To see what happened next, you have to watch the movie. The Vatican is alarmed, suspecting that Valak, the demon they thought was defeated, is back. Sister Irene, the brave nun who first confronted Valak, now living a quiet life in a convent, she's called upon once again to face the darkness. She agrees and teaming up with a new ally, Sister Deborah, to investigate the murders.
During Christmas Mass, Idolo, Italy, a novitiate threw herself out a window.
Sounds familiar.
Just a month ago in Tarascon, France, another priest murdered inside his church.
One girl who appears shy and timid is sitting alone. Then a group of older girls approach her, smirking and whispering among themselves. One of the older girls leans in and says, "You know about the legend, right?" Another girl told that this place is haunted by a ghost. If you hear whispers, it means she's coming for you. One of the bullies leans in closer and mockingly whispers in her ear, "Can you hear her? She's right behind you." They left the girl alone in the front of the glass window. Suddenly the leaves start moving on the floor, and the girl starts feeling that someone is standing behind her. She ran away from there, but the other girls closed the door from outside and locked her inside. Then there's the demon Valak appears. To know what happened next, you know what to do. Their search leads them to a boarding school in the French countryside, where strange occurrences plague the students and staff. As the women dig deeper, they uncover a chilling secret. Valak isn't just haunting the school. She's searching for a powerful relic that could make her unstoppable. The film builds to a heart-stopping climax as Sister Irene confronts Valak in a battle of faith versus evil. But this time the stakes are higher, the scares are darker, and the demon's power is more terrifying than ever. This sequel dives deeper into Valak's backstory, giving us a better understanding of her origins and motivations. From creepy jump scares to lingering dread, this movie doesn't hold back. Valak's presence is more menacing than ever, with moments that will leave you clutching your seat. While The Nun II is a thrilling ride, it's not without its flaws. Some parts of the movie feel a bit drawn out, especially in the middle, which might test the patience of viewers looking for a fast-paced horror experience. One of the most terrifying scenes in the movie is the bell tower sequence. As Sister Irene climbs the creaky stairs, she hears faint whispers and sees shadowy figures darting in and out of the darkness. Suddenly, the bells start ringing on their own, growing louder and louder. And then, Valak appears. It's a moment that perfectly combines suspense, fear. I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. It's a visually stunning, terrifying experience that expands the lore of Valak. While it's not perfect, it's a must-watch for fans of the franchise. The Nun II isn't just about confronting demons, it's about facing fear itself. It's a story about faith, and the strength to fight back against the darkness, no matter how overwhelming it may seem. But now, I want to hear from you. What did you think of The Nun II? Did it live up to your expectations? And where do you think the Conjuring universe should go next? Let me know in the comments below. And that's wrap up our review of The Nun and The Nun II. Valak has proven to be one of the scariest and most mysterious villains in the Conjuring universe. But the story doesn't end here. If you really want to see how everything connects in the Conjuring universe, you need to watch the Conjuring Universe movies sequence-wise. For that, just click on the link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Tap the notification bell so you never miss our next exciting review. I'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions, so drop a comment below. And if you found this interesting, be sure to share it with your friends.